Warning: contains spoilers for The Handmaid's Tale Season 5, Episodes 1-2. Hulis The Handmaid's Tale returns for Season 5 with a continued soundtrack of significant music choices, inspiring the analysis of each song selection and when and why they occur in each episode. The fifth season of the award-winning adaptation follows the fallout of June Osborne's revenge, aiding in the killing of Fred Waterford, the commander of Gilead and the head of household, where June formerly was an enslaved handmaid. The soundtrack for The Handmaid's Tale Season 5 complements the story with an eclectic mix of music. Season 5 of The Handmaid's Tale opens with June washing her bloody hands and smiling manically. The scene is reminiscent of Season 1, Episode 1 when June, then known as Offred, participates in the fatal beating of a man who had allegedly violated a pregnant woman, resulting in the death of that woman's baby. In that scene, June seems to feel no moral tension over the act as she does here, even plotting her next move. She and her fellow conspirators desire to take revenge on Serena, Fred's wife, who stood by while they were abused and maltreated. Serena is treated to Fred's ring and a severed finger from his dead body. Season 5 appears to be set up to be a sort of cat and mouse game between Serena and June, as June wrestles with the psychological fallout of killing someone while reliving Serena's abusive behavior. As always, June's struggle and the machinations of those around her are backgrounded by a wide range of music choices. The show's use of music has impressed over the previous 4 seasons, ranging from David Bowie to Aretha Franklin and Nina Simone to Kate Bush, using tracks to heighten intensity or provide contrast to the on-screen action. Here is every song on the soundtrack for The Handmaid's Tale Season 5, broken down by episode. Episode 1 Morning All I Have to Do is Dream by the Everly Brothers. This song plays as June is sitting in the bathtub reveling in the memory of killing Fred. It's a scene reminiscent of Lady Macbeth feebly trying to rinse blood from her hands. Both of them, of course, did more than dream. They made their dreams of revenge and power come true. Canto de Zinha by Simone Giuliani. This obscure track plays during a flashback scene in which Serena Joy and Fred Waterhouse dance at a gathering. It's a tense, almost grating string number by the artist better known as Formula. It also previously was played in an earlier episode of The Handmaid's Tale. Jettin' Happy by Dolly Parton. This song by country queen Dolly Parton is an odd choice for the scene, where June and her co-conspirators get together to celebrate their revenge over Fred. But its lyrics highlight the contrast between common romance tropes and stories and the vision of Margaret Atwood's characters who pursue their own happiness by taking revenge on the patriarchal systems of oppression that have held them down. Episode 2 Ballet All I Have to Do is Dream by the Everly Brothers, obviously calling back to Episode 1. This song returns on the soundtrack of The Handmaid's Tale Season 5, Episode 2. This time, it plays as June lays in bed and is treated to a montage of all the ways Serena mistreated her. Her revenge-filled present gives way to the dreams of an unpleasant past. Always My Forever by Mike Maines. This song plays as June, Luke, and their friends play Scrabble at their house in Canada. During the game, June suffers more flashbacks to the past. Luke tries feebly to comfort her. Lament for the death of his second wife performed by studio musicians. This rendition of the most famous tune by Scottish fiddler Neil Gow is heard in Episode 2 during the wake for Fred Waterford. The plaintive melody stands in contrast with Serena's cunning agenda as she manages to host the wake and funeral for her late husband as extravagant public affairs. There is a lot going on at the wake, including a kind of peddling for attention by Aunt Lydia and her handmaiden Esther. The Sleeping Beauty, Op. 66, Act 1. The spell. This is heard during the ballet that June and Luke attend. The two attempt to get their minds, mostly June's, off of Fred's revenge killing and June's painful flashbacks. However, when they leave the theater, they are confronted with Fred's funeral being broadcast on big screens in The Handmaid's Tale. Episodes of The Handmaid's Tale air Wednesdays on Hulu.